And this Veterans Day celebrate those that protect our country by honoring them. We have with us Sal Carmona and Fred Rendon as part of a bigger scale production that we're going to see this week. And there's a park ceremony, and that's going to be in order to dedicate it to all the veterans out there. Yes. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here with us this morning. So tell us really quickly about this dedication.
The dedication ceremony is for the park. We have done pavers, which is, this is one example of what a paver will be, that can be bought by the serviceman or a woman, as well as a family member. They can be for living or deceased. And we're going to have this ceremony. We'll start it at 9:30 with a non-denominational service, and then at 10:30 we'll start the official ceremony, so that by 11:11 we can have the ringing of the bell, which is in remembrance of Armistice Day, which was the very first time that we had the surrendering, and we did the commemoration of peace from all these wars, the Great War.
And of course, that's not the only way to remember, because you're also going to be bringing out some of your own special memorabilia, and you want to encourage all the vets out there. They're going to be attending to do that as well.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to have a table out there under a tent, and you bring whatever you have from your time in service or something you had while you were carried through wartime. We will have it displayed, a little note card there to tell you what it was from or who had it, and then of course we'll give it back to you afterwards. But then that's why we have this flag here. It's a 48-star flag. It was during the time of World War I and II. It was brought to us from a lady it was carried by Fred Young in New Jersey, and it was brought back to Harlingen from a neighbor that got it from him. So it's just one of the things that we'll have on display. We'll have an opportunity for all vets to bring their memorabilia so that we can kind of share it. It brings it a better close touch to the what the vets went through while they were overseas.
Mr. Rendon, you are also a veteran of wars, and yes, you were a former Marine. So please tell us about what sort of emotional tie these particular artifacts might have for families out there.
The memorial itself is, when you go there and you've you're a veteran and you've experienced war, and it's just very emotional, especially if you lost friends during the war. I went out there by myself right after we completed the project. And it's just it's a wonderful way to go out there and think about your friends and think about the veterans that are out there, the people that are out there now that are in Afghanistan, and still there's some in Iraq, I believe. Mm-hmm. And it's just a very, very difficult deal, and it's very emotional for a lot of veterans.
Of course, and you want to encourage people to head on out to Harlingen. That's where it's going to be, this big event?
Correct. And one thing I also want to say is that it's not just for Harlingen veterans, it's any veteran in the Valley, mm-hmm, and it's for any family member that have had veterans that might not even be here with us still. But we can have this paver for them so they can always have something in remembrance of their loved one that served.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much for being here this morning, and thank you for your service to our country. We'll be right back in just a moment.